Welcome to our channel, and let's dive into the world of Maybe This Time. A romance fantasy novel about Raisa and her journey of love and discovery of her abilities. In her trance state, Raisa was full of confusion as she looked at what was in front of her. A different dimension, perhaps? She looked closely and realized she was in an unknown land. A woman talked louder as she walked closer to Raisa, while everything around them was falling apart. Raisa's friends were trying their best to call Raisa back into reality. Raisa returned, and her friends were so relieved, but then she collapsed, taking everything down with her. She woke up to find the Prime Minister by her bedside, telling her she'd be crowned Empress soon. She didn't know what to say other than to agree with him. A month later, Raisa and her friends set out to banish a cursed spirit haunting an old hospital. They succeeded but ended up battling several nasty spirits and went missing for 2 whole days. Kato looked at exhausted Kale and Raisa, while Lena and Era were on the floor unconscious. They all needed help. Kato looked at the exhausted Kale and Raisa, weak. That's why you will never be a full-fledged sorcerer. His eyes darted at Raisa with cold and intimidation. Kato then carried Raisa, and couldn't help but notice her eyes had turned jet black, a sign that maybe her cursed energy was fluctuating dangerously. Raisa and her friends were recuperating after the mission they had, though they were ready to go. They were told to rest and train for now while they fully recovered. A week had passed, and this was the day she was dreading. Raisa stepped through the grand doors of the palace, her heart still fluttering from the journey. As soon as she entered the grand hall, a flurry of voices surrounded her. She stood there for a moment, trying to take in everything that was going on. Courtiers, nobles, and advisors eagerly approached, their faces alight with anticipation. There were also prominent sorcerer families in attendance. Raisa remembered her family, her brother, her father, and her mother, and every single member of her immediate family was massacred. Meanwhile, Kato and the others were wondering where Raisa had gone. He overheard that Raisa left early and hadn't come back in a week. Lately, Raisa had been leaving early and had been in meetings with the Prime Minister and other advisors. After training in mission after mission, Kato and the others became stronger. Raisa began to manipulate gravity more precisely, warp space over longer distances, and create illusions that deceive even skilled opponents. She learned to combine her eyes' power with her cursed energy, taking it to a whole new level. Raisa took a deep breath, feeling the cool breeze brush against her skin, as she watched her friends in the courtyard. The sounds of training, clashing, and teasing laughter created a lively symphony that contrasted sharply with the weight she carried inside. She had been busy with her Empress duties, and she was exhausted. Raisa just leveled up her skills. With her eternal eyes on, she can bend space and create temporary wormholes. Plus, she can even rewrite reality, though it seems to happen when she least expects it. Finally, she was able to conjure objects. Her latest conjured object was an ancient dagger from who knows where. Raisa and her friends were called for a quick mission. But things took a wild turn when a mysterious guy unleashed 100 powerful, malevolent spirits. They managed to take out half, but the rest were tougher and way more intense. Kato, Seiji, Nei, Kori, Shin, and Sora went to help exterminate these special-level malevolent spirits. Raisa was fighting against them when Kato warned everyone except Raisa, as she was nowhere in his sight. Kato stood at the battlefield's edge, breath steady and confident. His eyes burned with determination as he activated his new technique, using his king's eyes to perfectly target the malevolent spirits swirling in the chaos. This time, he was ready to go all out. He'd been working hard on a new move to fight the evil spirits threatening the city. Activating his realm expansion, he unleashed a powerful technique to trap and wipe out all dark entities in one blow. He clenched his jaw, focusing hard. A faint shimmering sphere appeared in his palm, quickly growing into a massive pulsing ball of energy. Raisa was a few meters away, feeling the malevolent spirits clawing at her soul. She needed to retreat, regroup, and find an opening amid the chaos surrounding her. Raisa watched in horror as Kato raised his hand, the glowing orb ready to strike. Her friends panicked. She couldn't escape. Kato unleashed his technique, and the sphere shot out like a comet. The deafening explosion sent a shockwave, obliterating everything in its path, especially the spirits, who vanished instantly. But then, Raisa staggered, her body glowing strangely. She clutched her side as Kato's leftover energy surged through her, messing with her internal energy flow. "Raisa," Lena shouted, rushing to her side with Kale and Era, worry etched on their faces. "Kato, what did you do?" Lena's voice cracked, eyes wide with alarm. "Raisa." He began, but his words faltered as she fell to her knees, trembling, energy sparking across her skin like embers. Lena knelt beside Raisa, gently grasping her shoulders. Raisa stopped convulsing, her eyes shifting from dark brown to a bright ocean blue, as if blocking all the energy in her veins. This novel is still under construction and only 5 chapters in. Join me in the future for more progress and draft development. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next story.